Welcome back to the show. U.S. government auditing every single government agency, a gold audit at Fort Knox. What it all means, I'm about to show you. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow us on X, YouTube, and digperspectives.com for exclusive content. Right now, $3.33 trillion market cap for crypto. The market is off 0.7% in the last 24. Right now, 97,300 plus for Bitcoin. Ethereum, 2,700 plus. XRP still at the number 3 spot, 269. We're up 3.8 on the 24. We're up 10.2 on the 7-day. Let's get into the range of price, which is 257 to 274. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on this, and we have some charts for you to see before we get out of here today. Let's take a look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, it's XRP Las Vegas, the largest XRP conference in the world, May 30th, May 31st, 2025. Get your ticket before it's gone. They're racing off the shelf. It's real. I'm not making that up. I'm telling you, get your ticket, please. This is going to be a remarkable conference, and I want to say this. Bitcoin Vegas is now butted up in front, the 3 days in front of XRP Las Vegas. Think about your rooms. Think about your flight. It's going to be hard to get flights and rooms as this gets closer. I'm trying to look out for you. I want to see you. I want to meet you. I want you to meet all the incredible people that are going to be on stage, like Brad Garlinghouse or Simon McLaughlin or the president of MoonPay, Keith Grossman, or Paul Barron, and a whole host of others. I tell you, this is going to be a remarkable opportunity and an incredible conference. And listen, it's 2 days, and you won't believe what you're going to come away with knowledge that you will not get from YouTube videos or online social media. I'm telling you this. This is the absolute truth, and it is a great investment into yourself as an investor. There's no question about it. Here we go. The SEC acknowledges filing of CoinShares Spot XRP ETF, another one to the list, ladies and gentlemen. And the SEC acknowledgement just simply means it's now under review. There's a 240-day window. The game is on, ladies and gentlemen. And breaking right here, Brazilian SEC grants approval to Hashdex, launching the world's first spot ETF for XRP. How about this? And Brad Garlinghouse responds with bom dia, which I believe is good morning in Portuguese, I think. That's taxing me a little bit, but I think that I'm correct. It's like a good morning. It's not like I frequent the area, but nonetheless, I do believe that that's that. And it's showing that he's excited. We're excited. Everybody's excited. Shout out to Brad for that post and the congratulations there. And I want you to listen to this, and I think I even played this clip. But in the context of what I'm going to show you today, let's have Christian Carlos set the stage, who will be on stage for a fireside chat with me this year at XRP Las Vegas. And last year, I'm telling you, that conversation alone was worth the price of admission. And not for what I said, but for what he said. You can go back and look at the video that we posted months later and see that it was absolutely said on stage. What do you think about using the XRP Ledger? Yes, was the answer from the Honorable Christian Carlo. You ever heard him say that online anywhere else? I'm telling you, you better get your ticket to XRP Las Vegas. Take a listen.
Gary Gensler gave cover to every TradFi CEO to not have a crypto strategy and simply say there's too much reputation risk. We're not going down that road. In a matter of weeks, TradFi CEOs now have reputation risk if they do not have a digital asset strategy. That's how dramatically things have changed. My phone is ringing off the hook right now with traditional finance leaders saying we need to meet, we need to talk about developing a viable digital asset strategy. I think within 12 years, there's not going to be a new issuance of any type of security that's not on chain. It's a dramatic technological change because it's much more than speculation. This is about a new architecture of finance, right?
This is about a new architecture of finance. That's exactly what this is. And I mean, obviously, Chris knows, this is one of the smartest people on the planet. I'm telling you, this guy. And what do we see? We know American Express has been a Ripple partner for years. and they're announcing their first crypto rewards credit card on its network. Older, but I hadn't seen it, said XRP King Kong. And it is a little older, but nonetheless, 2022, this shows you that the companies like American Express, and I'm setting the stage here, because the reality is even though this is a couple years old, we're still looking at the idea that all of these companies like American Express, Visa, MasterCard, they're all going to start rolling out programs. And like I said, even though this is a touch older, this gives you a hint of the first foray that they're going to jump into, which in conjunction with ABRA, right, this credit card for crypto explorers and enthusiasts alike, basically, through the first American Express ABRA crypto card is the only latest in a string of products offered by cryptocurrency companies on major payment networks. And such as the Gemini crypto card, it's going to offer rewards and such and things like that to a list of cryptos. And that I wanted to share to open it up, because then I want to remind you of this. And this is recent. MasterCard said it has moved beyond experimentation in crypto. And I remind everyone of the vice president of product for MasterCard said this.
We think it's coming. So as a result, we said, okay, well, let's at least get ready to set up the stage. And in doing so, we're working with a number of different partners, with Ripple, DBS.
There we go. Ripple, DBS, you heard it. So look, then we see Fidelity. What's next for digital assets? Yeah. Here we go, right? And what they're talking about in this is basically that Bitcoin's got more room to run, right? The opportunities and challenges as Bitcoin surpasses a market value of $2 trillion, right? And basically the long and short of it is they believe there's a lot more room to run here. And there certainly could be. And they talked to Tom Lee from Fundstrat, right? But nonetheless, Fidelity keying up. Just like Chris Giancarlo said, all these TradFi companies, this is an investment firm, obviously, but all of these legacy firms are now really gearing up. And some of them, because they've been working in the back end to get ready for market-ready products. And I think that's what you're about to see. So then we have this from Chris Giancarlo again. Shout out to Smoke Dog.
As I explained to your audience today, I see crypto as much more than just a new asset class, but really a new architecture of finance, a new way of establishing who owns what and who's transferring what to whom, using the internet as the basis for establishment of that value, as opposed to the individual balance sheets of proprietary institutions. It's a new architecture, a new protocol for establishing value.
Now listen to what he says in this next segment about getting price discovery, because price discovery doesn't come from the spot market. Price discovery comes from the derivatives market. Take a listen.
In any commodity market, the price of the underlying commodity is actually not set in the physical or the spot market. The price is set in the derivative markets. Mature derivative markets are essential for price discovery because it's the one place that all the buyers and sellers can come together to agree on price. That's why the price of gold is not set in a jewelry shop. It's set in the derivatives market. The price of wheat is not set at a grain elevator. It's set in the derivative markets. The price of oil is not set at the gas pump. It's set in the derivative markets. So establishing well-functioning, healthy derivatives for crypto will provide a solid basis for price discovery and price setting for crypto.
There you have it. So that's why derivatives are so important, right? Stay with me. And what do we see? The DTCC, digital asset technology, can help firms reimagine business models. DTCC Composer X is the complete solution for financial institutions, an end-to-end platform to manage digital assets across every stage of their life cycle. Why am I showing you this? Chris Giancarlo just said real price discovery comes from the derivatives market. Oh, that's right. What does the DTCC settle again? Oh, that's right. Over $2 quadrillion worth of derivatives. That's why Bradley's showing you this today. And I'm showing you this today because Securrency was bought by the DTCC, and they're doubling down on the digital asset work. And we know that Securrency was bought by DTCC is able to work and utilize Ethereum, Stellar, Ripple, EOS, other distributed ledgers, as well as legacy systems, tying it all in. And then there is the creation by RDC of the XRPDR, Depositary Receipt, which is a security instrument created as an alternative asset for use inside of the DTCC to settle using this alternative security of a digital asset. Yeah, that's what this is. How do we know that? Well, we know that because I read it to you and we went over it, but then I went to Govt. And Govt said, yes, they are structured to be eligible for settlement through the Depository Trust Clearing Corporation, a key infrastructure provider for traditional financial markets in the U.S., which clears and settles the vast majority of securities transactions a la derivatives. You see where this is going? Why is all this so important? Why am I making such a big deal of it today? Well, I'm going to tell you why. First of all, the DTCC has so much capital and liquidity in it, over $2 quadrillion a year. Imagine tokenizing all of that and settling it with digital assets or securities instruments of those digital assets, like I just showed you. Well, you could bring a lot of liquidity online through that method, couldn't you? Onto the new protocols. But at the same time, what are we watching happen? Every government agency is being systematically reprogrammed to serve the public more effectively by scanning and auditing it for waste, abuse, and fraud. What does this have to do with blockchain, Brad? I'm trying to get rich. I own crypto. Got it. I haven't lost the plot. Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to show you a bigger part of the plot. And that plot is, we audit every facet and every agency of the government. Why are we doing that? Because they're getting ready to put everything on blockchain. So you got to find the waste, abuse, and fraud before you make the transition to put every single part of the government on blockchain. Then you just heard the President of the United States say this.
We're going to go into Fort Knox to make sure the gold is there.
Are they going to
You know that? We're going to go into Fort Knox. Do you know about that? We're going to go into Fort Knox to make sure the gold is there.
Are they going to
You know that? We're going to go into Fort Knox. Do you know about that? That was a bad bump.
Are they going to eliminate more national security positions, civilians there?
We'll see what happens. But one of the things we do want to look, I mean, we hope everything's fine with Fort Knox, but we're going to go to Fort Knox, the fabled Fort Knox, to make sure the gold is there.
Where would the gold have gone?
If the gold isn't there, we're going to be very upset.
There you have it. And why would they be going to Fort Knox to audit the gold there? For the same reason that I just told you that they're auditing every single government agency. Because they're getting ready to audit the Fort Knox, and then they're going to tokenize all of that gold and put it on the blockchain. I happen to believe that may include the ledger, the XRP ledger. Now, I know that there will be multiple chains, but the point is, it's all becoming tokenized and put on blockchain. Don't believe it. It's still true. Before anyone would transition to a new system, you would audit the old one for waste, fraud, and abuse. And then there is the idea of a strategic reserve digital asset stockpile. Why would this president, who always puts the U.S. and its citizens first, ever going to put something that is in question, whether it is a U.S. asset or unknown? I asked Govt, the smartest AI platform on earth, what are the top 5 U.S. domiciled digital assets? And here they are: XRP, Solana, Dogecoin, Cardano, Chainlink, and there's still AVAX, XLM, and HBAR as well. This just went basically off of market cap. This is super exciting to me because I can't see in my mind how this president, being such a nationalist and embracing the country and its citizens and looking to make America as great as it can be, would ever put an asset that wasn't U.S. domiciled in a strategic reserve stockpile. But we'll see. But remember, there's also an executive order that created a sovereign wealth fund for which the recent confirmation of Howard Lutnick as the Department of Commerce is now in charge of that said sovereign wealth fund. He holds hundreds of millions of dollars in exposure to Bitcoin. He could easily put Bitcoin and other assets in that sovereign wealth fund because it would be a different fund than the strategic reserve digital asset stockpile. This is going to get interesting. But one thing I'm not confused about is that we are witnessing the moment before the U.S. government is completely put on the blockchain. And this is the audit for waste, abuse, and fraud before the transformation to the new digital on-chain economy takes place. And I believe that is going to set this in motion.
I feel like we really are on the cusp of a mass institutional adoption, both of DeFi and of other blockchain technologies.
I really do too. And with that being said, Steph's Crypto says this: XRP just triggered the same dominance breakout that led to its biggest pumps in history. A 31.3% reclaim in the dominance chart means a $54 plus XRP is in play. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed. It means it's in play. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. It's just my digital perspectives. I'll catch all of you on the next one.